not want?
Doesn't matter to me.
All right. Tell me if I'm missing anything that you deem relevant. But basically, in an effort to hello, hey, hello, my dog is making a special appearance.
Hello, doggy.
Also, David, you should put the stream in the Discord chat so that I don't have to make a Kick account to watch the stream.
I didn't make a kick account to watch it.
Just be on his. You don't need a Kick account to watch
Page.
it.
You just have to. I'll
Just click
send
on
the
the page.
link.
Real quick, Kayla, I am going to ask you to be the de facto recapper because my dog is being a pain in the tuchus. So I'm going to go make sure he's okay.
All right, never mind. Ben showed me how to do it.
If you could recap us real quick.
I showed Daniel how to click on things.
Technology scares me. I'm afraid I'm going to break it.
Okay.
You are.
I have a constant fear of failure, and the idea that I'm going to break my phone by hitting 2 buttons by accident is real and scary.
All right, Peter. Let's hear the recap.
Okay. The last time, Idion, the guy who from the very beginning tried to beat somebody up for calling his sister a whore when his sister literally works at a brothel. So we talked to him, and he told us that the Empire is basically taking the electricity that would usually be going to the people who already live here. And he agreed to tell us the way to get to the power plant if we gave him 30 credits. There was some back and forth. We basically agreed. Though Kazron is willing to murder and or take back his money depending on how well this mission goes, or how poorly rather. So we went into the sewers. We found a giant, basically a giant.
It's not really a sewer. This is basically just it's a geothermal plant. So this is where the water goes after it runs through the turbine, basically. And he basically, because he used to work at the power plant, this is essentially the entrance that you use when you're running late for work and you want to slip in without the manager seeing you.
So we went through this secret entrance, and we found what is essentially a giant tardigrade that we tried to go around, with Peter having great success since they can kind of crawl in walls and stuff, but everybody who went in the water just made the tardigrade mad, so it attacked. And Kazron got pulled underwater. Sorry, Kanor got pulled underwater, but Kazron pulled him out using the force that some of us would notice, but Peter didn't, so And once everybody was out of the water, then Peter tased the tardigrade, and that scared it away, at least for now, and then we started moving on.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, you came to the final point in the tunnel. It basically is a hand-drawn map of this place, with the annotation at the end saying, let me remember what it says. Damn it, I lost my notes as to what it said on there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it said watch your head.
Where is this written?
Like on a hand-drawn map that you have been given. For the part where the tardigrade lived, there was a little annotation that was like, hey, try not to step in the water, but it was written in a way that it's like, doesn't really imply the level of danger that's actually here.
Okay.
And this is just like, hey, make sure to watch your head. Like, just a fun little, nice tip. Definitely not indicative of like a greater hazard.
Peter takes out a small mirror and looks at their head and face, fixes their hair, puts it away.
Still attached.
Yeah. Thanks. I have fun with them. Peter marches onward.
Let's put it this way: Peter is the least probably the most threatening, but least threatening to Kazron, because Pitter can do some crazy shit.
Yeah, Pitter is the cinnamon roll that would kill you.
Yes, 100%. The
There it
cinnamon
is.
roll that would kill you.
It's unfortunate that I actually know who Cinnamon Roll is.
It's not a person.
Yeah, it's a creature of some sort, is it not?
I mean, it's like an
Are
art.
you
It's an
thinking of
archetype.
Cinnamon Roll from Sanrio, like a little rabbit?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's just a
Cinnamon
way
Roll,
of like.
not Cinnamon
It's
Roll.
just a way of like describing a person of like when someone's really wholesome and gentle. You'd be like, oh, they're just a cinnamon roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
and
Which is legally distinct from the Sanrio character.
really
yes.
distinct.
which is the best kind of distinct.
All right. So do our
Okay, yeah, you get to the end
compatriots
of the tunnel.
catch up?
Yeah. So I said basically, whenever someone's not there, they're in the party. Like you experienced all these things with them. It's just you couldn't do anything to actually affect the plot one way or the other.
Who?
Anyone who was missing last session.
Oh, that's fine.
Like you were here and experienced all these things. It's just you did not do anything of note for reasons that we do not need to go into.
Fair.
But yeah, you get to the end. You basically see it's like a long stretch of tunnel, like leading up to what you see is like it's like an emergency hatch kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just like marching forward, or are you like doing
Well,
anything? How are you interacting with this?
I'm gonna
Okay,
take an
so-
assessment of what the fuck's going on with Kanor. I'm pretty sure he's a bit hurt.
Oh, Kanor got a bit banged up. Yes,
Bit. I'm pretty sure he almost lost a leg.
Yeah,
that did happen.
I have severe wounds.
Oh,
Yes. Kanor was sufficiently injured.
You have severe wounds?
Yes.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. All right, well,
Would you like
I
some
got fucked up.
band-aids?
what is your severe wound?
Lacerations?
That's severe?
That's what it's lacerations on leg.
Let me look and see real quick where we put that.
That's on my
Does it make sense?
consequences on my sheet.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
that sounds
so
like
the
a
tardigrade
moderate.
tried to eat his leg.
And was damn near successful.
Yeah, it's like severe lacerations. Like his leg is like
Shredded.
I guess I didn't phrase it very well. It's like very torn up. Like you are like in real life. It's like no, you would need like stitches like extensively when you get back. This thing almost tore the flesh off your bones. I said it's like you need assistance walking at the moment.
Somebody get me to Doc Smiley.
Well, at the
He's
moment,
down
Doc
now.
Smiley is a corpse at the moment.
Yeah, we need to fix the electricity to fix Doc Smiley.
Oh,
Yeah, that's-
right.
Yeah, Doc Smiley was plugged into the wall during a power surge.
Oh dear.
Peter is still very upset about it.
Oh, I can guarantee
Yeah.
you, Pitter.
So you do an assessment of him real quick. He's alive. Like his stress box is reset at the end of that encounter, so he has more damage that he can slough off. But he's like having some difficulty walking. And it's like,
Fair.
oh, if we get into like a fight where he has to engage melee combat, he's gonna have some difficulty.
Okay.
Unless
So-
he's just the meanest, toughest, roughest motherfucker in the galaxy.
Pitter offers you two type of bandages. One is like a roll of gauze, and the other one is like actual band-aids, but patterned with little droids, little like cartoon droids. They
The
hold
little
both out
cartoon
to you.
droid ones. Oh,
It's
that's
so
cute.
that's so fucked up considering that like less than a year ago the galaxy was in a bloody civil war against droids.
Hey, I
It is
had
canon. It is canon, but it is also fucked up.
Listen,
I've had these band-aids for a while. They're still good though.
they still have the adhesive.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna need the other kind of bandages, not the.
Yeah, I'm delirious, by the way. I have no idea what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I offer both.
So who's carrying him? Because I'm kind of done carrying him. I kind of wanna.
I'm
take
looking
him.
at.
Okay.
I want to see real quick. Hang
Yes.
on.
Peter would
I'm just
offer,
looking up
but
real
it'd be more
quick.
like dragging him.
I'm looking up real quick. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I will let you roll crafts because you have bandages and splints and random crap on you. If you want to try and rig him up like a cast or like a splint situation, I will essentially give him a one-time bonus that he can use to maybe mitigate, like, if he rolls and it's like, oh no, you have these severe lacerations, like this fucks up your move. You can use a fate point to be like, oh, actually, I got bandaged up, so it's like, maybe, huh?
Sure. I'll do it.
So roll me it. Give me, I'm gonna say, give me a 3.
Exactly.
That worked.
Does that
Yeah.
work?
So yes, that works. So Greg, on your sheet, Kazron, just note that you have a
Canor.
one-time use.
Canor. I'm
Kano,
fine.
sorry. You have a one-time use of temporary bandage or like field triage, basically.
Where
Like
do I note that?
Maybe
you
on the
should
notes.
have a. I'd put it in your notes. You should have a section for like temporary bonuses or aspects.
Oh, okay. What was that
Uh,
temporary again?
You could put it under other aspects,
On the main page.
like on your main page where it says 1v1 me on number 4.
Yep.
I don't know what that is, by the way.
I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck that means. But yeah, so this is just a one-time +2 that you can use to be like, I'm gonna basically burn this to try and maybe get out of a situation. But best practice. Don't be in a bad situation.
What is this? What is this bonus called again?
Field
Pitter Patter's field medicine.
All right, I have just read the section on recovery and how that works. If you want,
Please.
Thank you.
okay. So basically, how it works is when you want to recover from a consequence, you have to roll a overcome an obstacle skill check to beat whatever it is. For a severe consequence, it is a DC of 6. Then you have to
Okay.
wait an entire scenario for the recovery to happen. So and then if you succeed, you would change the name of it. So for Kanor's thing being like lacerations all up and down his leg, you may be like leg heavily bandaged or something.
Got it. Okay.
Like you could, if you succeed, you would rename it to something like that, and then you'd have to wait for an entire scenario for it to recover fully.
Okay.
What if you fail?
This is not fully recovering from it. This is literally just like a one-time bonus. But yeah.
Okay.
Like
Can I spend that now?
No, because you're not.
What is this bonus? So what? Wait, what
So
happened? When I was reading?
Pitter Patter used their crafting abilities to make basically bandages and a splint.
Okay.
It is a one-time boost that I'm giving him where, let's say he's in a fist fight, and I say, I'm giving you a fate point to invoke the lacerations on your leg to say that you can't keep yourself upright during this fight and you fall over. he can
Mhm.
say, oh, I'm going to spend a fate point to mitigate that because I got my leg bandaged up by pitter patter. So I can like grit through the pain a little bit more because I'm not actively bleeding into the air.
Okay, sure.
But it's a one-time, just you're gonna burn it.
So this isn't
Like-
actually like
You're not
The-
recovering from this. Your leg
Yeah.
is still fucked up. It's you've basically gotten a minus and a bonus on top of each other.
for
And
just
it's
the
just-
next shot. Yeah.
Yes, and it's just a battle of attrition to see which one of those wins out.
And that only works. It's a boost, so it only works for the next time. But the consequence is still
yes.
there. So anybody can invoke it as many
That
times.
is
as they
correct. Basically, if you have to put enough stress on your leg, the bandages and splint is gonna break off, and it's like they'll do their job for that one time, but your leg is still fucked up.
Yeah.
So once we
Okay.
get back up, we'll have to have them fix it.
Yeah. I'm also making it canon. Part of this was Pitter Patter using a staple gun, but not like a medical staple gun, but one from like Home Depot.
I mean, we could.
Like literally just ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Ow.
Kanor, I've got a question from chat.
Shoot.
Would you be okay with amputation and then we use your leg as a club?
No,
I
I
can
would
would
make
not.
you a
you-
better leg.
Why would we need his leg as a club?
That's also
We
really
have
funny because
club.
every other member of the party, but him and Pitter Patter, but pretty much every other member of the party literally has a lightsaber.
Yeah.
You're talking about using a leg as a melee weapon. It's like I think I can think of a better melee weapon if it's gonna come.
No, it was a chat question from chat.
I'm aware. I'm aware. He doesn't have a choice.
I'm rather partial to my leg.
We'll leave it for now.
You do lose it.
Well, your leg is currently a partial leg, so that does check out.
Hey, but yeah. So hey, real quick.
That tracks.
Do you guys want to just continue forward to the? You know what? Everyone, make me a notice check, real quick. Just a
That
plus
is only
one.
a 0 stat. Minus
Pitter
1.
Patter's walking blindly forward without any fear.
Yeah. This place is so far only scary if you get in the water, and I didn't do that.
Yep, Kazron, Shar, everyone just charging blindly forward. Hey, Cole, Kanor, as you're going forward, you remember the note that says "Watch your head," and you look up and you see a giant turbine just going moving towards you.
Okay. I'd like to go up through the escape hatch if it's still there, or is that in the way?
The escape hatch is at the end of like you're trying to get to it.
I
Like you're
think
trying
he,
to
I
get to
think
the
he
escape
wants to
hatch, and
keep
in
his
between
leg.
you're like, all right, just yeah, like let's go.
I know, no fun.
I just walk under it. I'm not that tall.
That was mostly for comedic timing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say you guys just go through the escape hatch at the end. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push this out to you. How do I do that? Bear with me while I share. No, oh God, not that. Anything but that. While I share this with. How do I share this with all of you? Oh, I think this is it. Oh God, how do I share? How do I share? How do I share what I know?
Don't.
What are you guys looking at right now?
Your mom.
Just the screen.
Wow. I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at my screen. The one that's
Yep.
in front of me.
Hmm.
Character sheet, and then the hexagon
Is it an asset or a? It's an image probably. Is it the new
Yeah,
image?
I'm trying my best.
Because I found an image.
Oh, wait.
Is it quick map? Yep, I found it.
No, it's not.
No, I found.
I don't think it's that.
No, I found
No,
it.
I just shared it with you.
No,
Image, not a map.
no, you
Something.
just you
It's not a map record.
you shared it as an image, not a map.
I have this as a map. Like I have you all on the map right now. I'm looking at you.
I know.
So right click it,
Stop looking at me,
Okay.
pervert.
right click it, go to the western radial direction, and for the sharing button, and then
I
click
have-
share.
There isn't one. It's view layers, drawing, lock tokens, and pointers.
Did you expand the map to like full screen it? Because if you did, then it won't share.
No, I didn't.
Okay, I don't know. I have no idea why it won't like have a share button. Then that doesn't make any sense. There you go. You did it.
Yeah.
What am I?
You're pressing something.
Weird.
All right, I just got the map.
Whoa.
We're
I
not
started
on.
already in the water.
On you, bitch.
Peter's eyes go all sparkly at seeing all of this machinery.
Good. This is what we want. This is why you're here.
This is your sole purpose for existing.
Peter can't argue with that.
It's like this is your sole purpose for existing. It's like looking around like to play with cool machines. Damn, you really got my number there.
I mean, you're the one making it existential. I just meant this is why we brought Pitter.
Yeah. You would all, if you could, you can move your tokens into like more appropriate locations for like where you would like to be. Hey, oh god.
Yeah, Shar should probably not be in the middle of the.
Yeah, I
Water.
couldn't move him for some reason.
I'm immovable. I'm also making making use of the limited table space I have at the moment, which means my laptop had to be closed.
He's
so
picking out tomatoes from a burrito like a child.
I ordered no tomatoes and they.
I placed you on the field. See if you can. Yeah, you can move yourself now. You should be able to at least.
Sick. Yeah, someone at Taco Bell got my burrito way wrong. They made me a grilled cheese burrito with the cantina stuff inside of it, which is pretty good, but it's not what I ordered.
Are we not just starting in like the spot right here?
Yes, you are. That's why I said like move yourselves onto that little island thing.
That's
But
not
like in what? Sorry, that's what I meant.
okay.
I was struggling. But yeah, as you kind of come to the door, you hear off the side the two guys off to the right on the bridge. They're basically having a discussion of like, anyway, I don't get why we can't just build our own generator or like bring one with us. Like it's stupid, you know, that we gotta come all the way here. And the other guy's like, yeah, man, I hear you, but like, there's gotta be a reason, right?
Who are they?
You see two stormtroopers.
Oh,
And they're standing there like
Of course, there's
the one guy, they both have their back to you, but like in opposite directions, right and left on the bridge. The one guy's like holding his gun kind of off the side, like not really giving a shit, and the other guy's like the guy who's clearly trying to do his job, but has a coworker that doesn't really care, and it's making it difficult to do your job.
I I know that.
Peter's about 5 seconds away from going over to offer to build them a generator.
Yeah, don't.
Well,
do
what are you
that.
guys going to do? These are you have 5, if you look across the room, you have 5 stormtroopers of varying description that are patrolling. And you see the ones closer to the front of the room, or the back of the room, rather, that appear to be actually messing around with the machinery somewhat.
Do they look qualified?
No.
They look like stormtroopers. You can decide based on your own experience what that means.
The answer's no. They're not qualified. They're
The
wearing
one-
those buckets.
The one at the very back of the room is wearing a tool belt.
Shit, he's an expert.
Peter will
Peter-
be the judge of that.
So I turn to everybody. I'm like, I know what I want to do in this case, but what do you all think you should do in this case?
Peter just like holds up a finger in like a wait a second motion and just like closes their eyes and listens. And I want to like force sense to like hear what's going on with the machinery so I can tell if these guys are fixing or making it worse.
Roll me empathy,
There's a guy.
or
at the
no,
back
roll
of
me
the room
your
that-
force sense ability. I think it is.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, one of them boys.
Not great. It's like, I can't tell from this far.
Oh God.
I don't see this ending.
Do you want to use a fate point, or
Sure.
what do you want to use to mitigate this? And are you adding a +2 or re-rolling? And no, he's not a Sith because there's only 2 Sith and they fired him, so he's just edgy.
Oh,
Someone in chat asked, "Are you still a Sith?" And I said, "No, he's not still a Sith, because there's only 2 Sith, and the guy in charge of them fired him, so now he's just an edgelord."
Wow. I'm gonna actually answer that. Yes, I draw my powers from the dark side, but no, the DM won't let me call myself a Sith.
You
It's
can
like
call
your-
yourself. You can call yourself that in the same way that, like, if you get fired from the fucking Auntie Anne's, you can still say you work at the mall. But like, if you try and show up for work, they're gonna be pissed.
Maybe.
But yeah,
If I do a good
You-
job, they might take me back, you know.
if I do a good job, then Emperor Senpai will take me back.
Wow.
Darth
Ask Darth Maul how
Senpai
that
will
went.
notice me. What's up?
Anyway.
Ask Darth Maul how that went.
Which half?
Please. Which half?
Actually,
Which half
even
of
better,
it?
ask Darth Maul's brother how well that went.
Anyway, Pitter Patter, what do you want to do?
I would totally
think
show
I
up to my mall
would
job after
go
being
with the
fired
plus-
and try to get free
You said I
food.
need what?
Okay. Especially if
Uh,
I'm broke.
Oh, you said I needed.
So
So
what information are you trying to? You're just trying to glean like whether or not they're breaking the machine or trying to fix it.
yeah.
That's not super difficult. That's just like a 1 pretty much, because it's like they're trying to fix it. It's more about, because I mean, you knew coming in they're trying to fix the machine. It's just what they're doing with it.
Really all
Okay.
depends on
Like,
whether
what is their
the
motivation
manager's
upon
there,
doing
knows,
so?
and told everybody else I was
So I'll
fired.
tell you for free, like, yeah, they're trying to fix it. They're not very good at it, but they're trying to fix it. If you wanted to re-roll and got higher, I will give you more information as to specifically what they're doing.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Can I use my concept towards that?
Sure.
Okay, so me being a chaotic freelance mechanic.
Hell yeah. We're gonna do this as a threshold. If you get a +2, I'll give you a limited but still helpful amount of information. Every interval past that, I will reveal more specifics about what is going on here.
Ooh, I got a 4.
Cool. You kind of run a hand along the thing, and you feel that little spark rush out from your hand and touch the machine. as you basically kind of ask it to tell you a story. This machine is in pain. It is in pain. Something happened to it all of a sudden, and it doesn't know what. This machine, this place, has programming of basically like if something gets caught in the turbine, it knows what that is and how to respond. If there's a power surge, if the things get too hot, it knows how to respond. What happened to break it? It has never happened to it before. This machine is experiencing something new that it doesn't know how to deal with. As for these people, they're trying to fix it, but they don't know what happened to break it either.
Okay.
And I will tell you also with a 4, it was a massive surge of energy that overloaded the capacitors of the machine. It basically blew a fuse.
Okay.
If you want to learn more, I would say you probably have to like interface with the machine on a material level, but that's what you're gathering is these people are trying to fix it, but they don't know how. They're as in the dark as you.
Light pun.
And you hear, as I said, off to the side, just like, okay, but why can't we just bring a generator? I don't know, dude. Like, there's got to be a reason, right? It's like, okay, but we're sitting here trying to fix a broken power plant. Okay, but they didn't know it was broken when we got here. Like, and they're just like having this thing. You've got like a little bit if you want to discuss what's going on and make a plan. Where at least they're kind of just you're just gonna walk up to them.
Yeah.
Cool. So you all see that happen.
Yeah.
That pitter patter is just approaching.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone have any feelings about that?
No.
No.
Agents of Chaos, all of you.
Yeah. So Peter like raises one of their hands in the air, like
Wait,
they.
what'd you say, Ben? Ben, what'd you say?
Oh no, that was me.
That was
I was
Daniel.
saying that like Pitter starts walking away, we look at each other, just I feel somehow this is the closest we could get to doing this non-violently.
Great. So you,
All right, we're
you
gonna go
walk
with
up to
that
them,
plan.
and they're basically having an argument over like they're paying us to try and fix this thing, and the other guy's like, okay, well, it's more expensive to bring a generator. It's like, okay, but
Wait, they're paying
then
you?
why would they? Yeah, no, exactly. So like, so you approach, and the number 1 is still going on because he has his back to you of like this, and then number 4 just like, hey, man, hey, shut up, shut the fuck up, and like kind of leans over to look at you, like you can just tell from his posture in a way of like, what is happening? And he looks at you and he goes,
Hi. Peter waves at him.
hold right there.
Peter can fix it and or make you a generator.
Do you work in the power facility?
As of today.
Roll me deception.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Oh,
as
Incredible.
long as they don't stop me from working here,
Roll me
I'm
deceive.
not getting paid for it, but yeah.
how do you fit those great big cojones in that little tiny
Nope.
body?
You know what? Actually, let's do this. Okay, so miraculously, stormtroopers do manage to see through your lie. As there's like, when you're like, yep, as of today, I work here. There's like, no, we cleared all the employees out of here. What are you doing here? Who are you? How'd you get in here?
Peter almost answers for a second before remembering that they don't think they're supposed to mention that. Because that's how that one guy sneaks in here.
No, tell them. That way I don't have to kill him. Oh,
I'm not sure if that stops me. Hitter shrugs.
The rest of you, real quick, just do me a favor, roll stealth real quick, and I'm gonna roll against their notice, which is not great because they're stormtroopers, but
My God.
What did we get? We got mirror. Wait, why?
because you didn't click to your character.
Oh, well, Cole got a 0, Mira got a 2, Char got a 3.
okay. One of them actually did get good enough to spot you. So they're just like having this conversation. Is there, one of them's like, "Wait, you said you know how to fix a generator?"
Yeah.
And they kind of like look at each other like, "Do we can't just ask them to do it." It's like, "No, we're not just gonna ask them. What do you even know what this? I don't even know what this thing is." And it's like, "Well, I mean, I guess they're a mechanic or something." It's like, you guess they're a mechanic?
Pitter can clarify. Pitter is a skittermander and also a mechanic.
Great. One of them's like, "Wait,
What?
did you say a skittermander?"
Yes.
They slowly look at each other, look back at you. One of them takes a full step back.
The reputation.
One of them takes a full step back as there's like, "Hey, we gotta call this in now." It's like, "What's the harm? Look at this thing." And it's like, I got friends who were at Operation Nightfall, man. I don't want any part of this.
Pitter takes a small step forward.
Great. The one across the bridge, number 5, looks over at all of you. And like he was like looking across the bridge at Pitter, like, "What the fuck is going on?" Looks over, sees the crowd of people, and just, "Hey, you all, stop right there!"
I don't think we should.
Should stop?
He said, "You all stop right there."
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that.
Thank you very much for chill bait. It's just me talking into a jar and using like generic stormtrooper voice.
Get him?
I want to know.
Yes, so Kanor, can you lean against the railing here? Or do you need me?
I suppose I could lean
There-
against her.
Stormtrooper 5 is aims his blaster at you, and says, "All of you, get your hands up in the air and stay right where you are."
I've got a question.
Yeah.
What would I need to be able to throw my Viber blade at his throat?
Shoot. Shoot, and I'm gonna make that an opposed fight check. Well, it's gonna be shoot for you,
Hold
fight
on
for
one.
him.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see if there's something I can do here. I have
Yeah.
to look something up.
Wait, what do you have to look up?
I'm wondering if I could kind of use the force to like really just chuck it. But it
I mean,
looked
you can use the force to like essentially use it as a railgun.
Yeah, basically.
But
in a motion, in a motion that I'm throwing it.
You would use the force ability and then I'll have you also roll a stealth ability or stealth to conceal the fact that you are using the force. By the way, Ben, last time when he pulled Kanor out of the water, he used stealth to do that, and every single person failed. So still, we're going on another session of no one realizing that he is a force wielder.
God damn it. That's so silly.
All right. Let me go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
Fuck me.
All right, now
Okay.
I will tell you that's pretty good. This is gonna be his fight, and I'm warning you. This is his highest level ability. Okay.
What, a +5 to it automatically?
This is his. It's one of his higher level abilities.
Ow.
They're stormtroopers.
They're stormtroopers. I was waiting for that.
His
They're-
highest level ability is a +1.
Nice. When you said highest level, I'm like, oh fuck, this motherfucker has like a +4. If he
No,
zeros,
he's a buckethead.
so I just
They
put
have-
my
Yeah.
vibroblade straight through his throat.
They have exactly one thing going for them,
Now-
and that's that there's a billion of them.
I'm gonna roll my stealth to make sure nobody noticed that.
Yeah. So what you do is you whip this thing through the air, and it's a truly, like, if anyone's seen the new Dune movies, the noise that their shields make, that like
Yes.
uncanny
Yep. No,
noise as it whips through the air, and he's just standing there. All of you, stop right there, a minute. And the blade basically cleanly goes in one side of his neck and out the other side of his neck, and there's a moment where he's standing there, looks down at himself, and kind of like pats his throat, like seemingly unharmed, and then just a gusher of blood as he just slips to the side and falls into the water dead.
Damn.
I'm gonna need to recover that blade. That was expensive. I rolled a 3 on my stealth.
So everyone else needs to roll notice.
I'm not gonna get lucky this time.
Instead of notice,
Oh.
would I roll
Oh.
4 cents?
Hold on.
You know what? Yes, you can use your force. Actually, it would be your force sensibility.
We don't notice shit.
I noticed the fuck out of him.
Yes.
I'll roll 4 cents as well.
Yeah. Anyone who has access to the force, so
The
pitter
jig
patter.
is up, you son of a bitch.
So pitter patter.
Yeah,
If
figure
you
it out.
Nope, I didn't see that.
Mira as well.
Mira's not 4 cents in much right now. Yeah, -2.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay.
Shar got a 7.
So Shar
They
and
noticed.
Cole,
He succeeded with
As you-
style on him.
as the knife leaves his hand. Okay, Cole. I don't think you would inherently have the same emotional reaction to this, so I'll tell you how you perceive it. You perceive this as a wound in the force, right? Like, it feels like normally, even when people use the dark side, and you can use the dark side of the force,
I've dabbled.
it feels like if you imagine a river, you're putting a piece of wood into the river to cause an obstruction that makes the water like splash upwards and go into, like, you're kind of going against the grain a bit, but you are ultimately the water is still going in the right direction, right? This is somebody has put a dam up in front of it and forced the river to change direction against its will.
Ugh, that's not nice.
Like, it feels like he is wrestling the force into submission and pushing it outward. Shar, you feel the same thing, but with the added emotional reaction. I'm not sure how many Sith Lords you've come into contact with personally,
I
but
don't
you
think
would.
I've ever fought an actual like Sith, but I'm sure that I have, at the very least, been on the same planet as an Inquisitor. As I felt this exact feeling and packed up and went, nope, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I was gonna say it's either one of the Inquisitors or like Dooku or Ventress during the Clone War. They were around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to work
But
on convincing
either
him they didn't
way-
see it feel shit.
It is a thing as like you would know this feeling as there is a dark side user in your midst, and you are looking over, and I will say the both of you There's a bit of you that feels like you should have called this when you notice the primarily black and red color scheme. It's like one of those like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense.
Shit,
Yeah.
I went how many rounds without them figuring it out?
Like 5 sessions.
I know. So close. So close. They still don't really know. Like
They know that you're a dark. They know that you are using the dark side of the Force.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe I can convince them otherwise.
It's like you're a dark side user. Looks to the side. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. It's called like shit. He's got a good point. Anyway, but yeah, and we are off into combat, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna say that was the start of your guys' round. So I'm gonna kick that back to the enemy. Both of these two. What's up?
No, I was talking.
1 and 4. Both.
I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
1 and
Stream.
4.
Listen to them.
If I can
flatter.
move their goddamn thing without. Both of them trained their guns on Pitter Patter, who's about knee height to them. I'm assuming based on this, you did not bring your robot.
No. I think my robot is currently in. Did I fix it? I think it's infirmed still.
4. I think 4 is going to attempt to just. I think he's going to go for the classic. I think he's going to try and grab you by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah.
So let's go. All right, so that's your score to beat.
Okay.
And it's whatever you want to roll. It can be athletics. It can be it can be athletics. It can be fight.
Okay.
But this is a trained agent of the Empire here.
Mm-hmm.
Trained is a strong word, but okay.
He was trained.
Never said for how long or how well.
Was briefly.
He had a rigorous like 4 to 6 week training course to teach him how to do this.
How to scruff a small fuzzy person?
I mean, funny enough, you say that, but actually in the movies, the only time we see them fight like short fuzzy creatures, they are all killed and eaten with rocks. So actually, no.
To clarify, they were killed with rocks. I don't know if the rocks were also eaten.
But yeah, so roll whatever you're gonna do to defend against this.
Let's see. I'm tempted to just struggle out of it, which seems basic. Or I could try to.
Well, he hasn't caught you yet.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, okay. In that case, I'll just try to get out of the way or whatever.
Oh my god. Okay, so do you want to succeed at a major cost or use a fate point? Or fail?
Based off of what I've gotten off of these guys so far, if they were to lay hands on Pitter, what does Pitter feel like they would do? Hostage situation? Are they planning to throw me in the water? Like,
they're probably just gonna like chuck you over the side into the water.
I mean,
yeah,
she
the
likes
Empire
that
doesn't
idea.
really do like hostages very much, so I think they'd probably just chuck you to the side.
interesting. I'm trying to decide if Pitter knows how to swim.
Pitter knows how to swim.
But how dramatic would it be if Pitter didn't know how to swim?
Oh my god.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to assume everyone knows how to swim. It's just based on an athletics roll.
Okay.
Like, you have a baseline idea of how to swim, unless said otherwise.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna let it happen. I'm gonna let him grab me, and we'll see where this goes.
Great. He grabs you and just chucks you over the side into the agua. And that's just a thing you're gonna have to deal with now.
Okay.
Come
Good thing
on,
I can
mate.
climb walls and stuff.
It's gonna be a little bit harder than that to get out, but yeah, yes, the agua. Aqua,
Agua.
not the water. Not the H2O.
Darn
But
it.
yeah, kicking it back to you guys.
Question.
Yeah.
Which direction is the water currently flowing?
Still.
Interesting.
Actually, no. It's flowing back towards you guys because that's where the turbine was.
Okay. Okay, good to know.
But yeah, so Kazron, who do you want to go next?
Who has something they want to do? I know Pitter needs to get out of that water, but
I have nothing to do. I'm grievously wounded.
The
Yeah.
other guys are gonna start shooting at you next round. These guys all do have guns.
so let's go ahead and give Cole a shot.
Okay. Let's see. Where'd the guy? Oh, you killed the guy that was on that bridge, and then there's the guys over here.
Yeah, as you watch them just pick up Pitter Patter and just chuck them off the side.
Can I see if I can go grab them out of the water?
With the force, or just like rush over and reach a hand in? Like, are you
is
trying to
Pitter-
physically approach, or like?
Pitter Patter, are you in your robot right now?
No, just
Okay,
Pitter.
you don't- That's right.
Just a patter.
I would like to see if I can run over there, hold my staff out for them to grab, and then fling them up in the air and over to like see if they could land on one of these guys here.
Okay, you want to
would be
Cirque du
fin-
Soleil this bitch?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think if I moved here, I could reach them? How far is that? That's like 15 feet. So definitely not.
Well, the water's like flowing in this direction. I'll say you can like make a move to try and make that happen.
Okay, yeah, I want to try to grab them, like stop them from flowing down the river with my stick and try to pull them to shore.
Okay. Let's do athletics for that, or physique.
They're both the same for me.
That was
Okay, so I got a one.
Mira's. That was Mira's character sheet. So I don't know if that makes a difference.
It just depends on who I'm clicked on. It was off of my sheet.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I got a 1.
I'm gonna say that's probably not good enough to like flat out throw Pitter Patter through the air like a lacrosse ball.
Yeah, I more meant just to like at this point just to like get them over to like over here, like with me.
You can, you can like physically pull them like to a handhold, basically.
Okay, so they can like get over here.
As I think number 4 is gonna take a pot shot at you.
Okay, have fun.
We're still in the water.
Roll me whatever your opposed thingamaboo.
I'm clowning on this fool.
You somehow, while like kneeling over, manage to keep a hold of the thing while also like rolling to the side?
No, I actually like what he does. He fires at me while I'm kneeling down. I pull Pitter Patter out of the water. As I stand back up and see the blaster bolt coming at me, I hold out my hand, and it basically like curves Looney Tunes style in midair and like flies off into like nowhere.
Delightful.
Sick. Love it.
Absolutely impeccable.
Because I'm using the force to dodge it.
Impeccable. But yeah, back to you guys. Cole, what do you want to happen?
Well, I figure my turn was to rescue Pitter Patter, but I mean,
Well, yeah, and his turn was to shoot you, and now it's back to you to choose who goes next.
oh yeah. Okay. Let's let Char go because he could deal with these guys better than I can.
Yeah, Shar is at the moment very much in need of a word with Kazron, and these stormtroopers are standing in between him and that word. So he's very upset with these fellas. So I'm gonna go over here. And I'm going to fucking kick the shit out of this guy. I'm just gonna roll a straight fight roll and have him catch some hands.
Funny thing is, we both have sabers, and we still are refusing to use them. We know of each other's existence,
Wait.
and we're still refusing to use them.
Well, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing.
I know.
I don't know who this we is. One of you has trauma. The other one is just using restraint.
You're doing it to hide your identity. I'm doing it because the last time I took out my lightsaber, I killed my friends. I mean,
Fair.
granted, they
Shooting
had
at you.
microchips in their brain and were ordered to kill me, but
You don't know that.
That's true.
That's still information you don't know.
anyway, I'm gonna roll a fight roll against this guy directly in front of me,
Cool.
and I'm going to absolutely fucking end
Oh
him.
my god.
Oh my
So
god.
I'm not even gonna. You know what? Let's roll to see if we can witness a miracle happen.
See how low they roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think
I
that's
see
with
my-
style.
So I'm gonna. So tell me how you end his life.
You remember that scene in the Gendy
not
Tartakovsky,
intentionally.
Star Wars thing where
Are
Mace
you
Windu
talking?
is just bare knuckle boxing droids?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you palm strike him and then basically force push him into a pink mist.
Oh no, you speed bag the shit out of his fucking chest.
Yeah, he's wearing like plasteel armor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Finish him.
That I'm punching through like it's made of styrofoam.
Are you
With
trying
four
to
shatter
kill
points.
him? Are you going to kill him? Is what I need to know.
I'm going to remove him as an obstacle. I don't think I'm going to kill him, but he's going to be in the med bay for a little bit. I don't think there's going to be enough Bacta on the planet we're on right now to get this guy a speedy recovery.
Oh my god.
But he's going to
Great. Yeah, you sprint over and just I'm gonna say you punch through, like you punch the front of the armor, and then it's like the the anime thing of like there's the hit at the thing, and then actually no, that wasn't even a force attack. That was just you punching him.
Yeah.
Great. I'm
Is
gonna say
actually my highest skill.
you spot like the black parts of the armor are like a rubber bodysuit that they wear underneath, right?
Yeah.
This is you basically just juke around and you punch him in the side and you feel every single one of his ribs turn to powder.
Jesus.
I'd feel sorry for this guy if they weren't scum.
If he weren't a fascist, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
More importantly,
But
I
he
want
is.
the stormtrooper next to him to see that with my
Okay,
bare hands. I
That
just broke
was
their armor.
succeeding so much with style. So I'm gonna give you a +2 to the intimidation factor.
All right. Is that something that I can do
Yeah,
now?
this is. Let's see what.
Let's see what you roll.
Ooh, yeah.
Uh, honestly, kind of more like.
It's more like that.
All fantastic examples. Um,
Nice.
the idea of the Jedi also just straight up teaching like real melee combat. Take an organ. What's wrong with you?
There's a lot wrong with Hornet. It's okay. He's
Hornet game,
accepted anyway.
I'm gonna spoil something in this campaign for you. Anyone who's watched Star Wars knows that Star Wars has a particular thing about arms getting cut off. And if you fucking think for 1 second that I'm not coming for that goddamn arm,
Oh, I know you
I
are.
don't know who it's gonna be. I don't know which one of you is gonna get it,
Well,
but I'm
shit, how
taking
about-
that.
I
this is
tried
not
to
a
take his leg.
Yeah.
I'm taking the arm or the cheeks, one or the other.
Oh Jesus.
Too far? Is it too crazy? Okay.
No, that's
Come on,
perfect.
Lizartgaming.
That matches Hornet's energy right there.
But yeah. So Daniel,
should I
you have
roll?
if you know what, if you want to roll an intimidation to see if you can get this guy to just shit his pants, then yeah.
Who's
And
number
now
2?
I add a
I'm
plus
gonna roll will for this guy.
He has no will. He has no will to live.
So this was at +2. I just didn't have a box to write that. Oh, there is a modifier box.
Yeah.
Either way, I beat him by 2.
Great. So you just like look at him, right?
And he runs.
Stand down, soldier.
He very calmly puts the blaster on the ground and like gently lowers himself onto the ground until he's like laying down, and then screams and goes completely still.
I kick the blaster into the water.
Okay, man, dick move.
That'll be the end of my turn.
They're gonna take that out of my pay, asshole.
At least it wasn't taken out of your hide.
All right, that's a good point. All right. I mean, so anyway, he's alive, but he's acting dead.
Yep.
What are the rest of you doing? Up on the bridge, you hear this guy. There should be another one. Why is there?
Because he's really small, because I don't think you have the icon set right. He's really on the reactor, really tiny.
Oh, wow, yeah. Little tiny guy.
Yeah.
Hey, little tiny guy.
He's smaller than Peter.
He's an Ugnaught.
He's in the reactor.
He's one of the Ugnaught slave engineers that they have.
Wild.
There he is. You hear the guy near the reactor just yelling like, "Hey, I'm gonna need some more time working on this. Call in reinforcements."
There'll be none of that shit.
So the guy on the bridge, number 3, he's gonna start fucking around with his like communicator, and he is gonna attempt to make a call for reinforcements. And I'm gonna say he has to use. I am gonna actually just make him roll a contacts roll. So if anyone, here's how we're gonna do this. He's gonna try and roll
You cut out.
contacts opposed by fight. Contacts, and that's gonna be. How do I want to do that? You know what? He's gonna roll contacts. I'm gonna set the DC for him at a difficulty of 3 because there's not many of them like around stationed here. Okay, so I'm gonna say he gets it, like he succeeds, but he had to put his weapon at his side to like take out the communicator and do this. So there's a +2 to anyone out there who wants to attack this guy floating into ether, as he's currently trying to like radio in for more people.
I'm down to attack him, but I've had a turn. I want to try to give someone else. Does
Okay, well,
Mira
it was Char's
want?
turn last time.
Yeah.
Kanor, you want to shoot that guy?
Kanar.
Paging
Kanar.
Mr.
I was on mute this whole time. I'm so sorry. I'm talking to myself here.
Were you talking?
Yes.
Damn. Did you have any witty? Do you have any witty commentary that you want to inform us that you said?
You'll have to forgive me. I'm very old. Anyway, I would like to shoot this guy, but it's going to be a real long shot.
Okay.
How is that accounted for in this system?
Roll shoot, and I'm gonna set the roll shoot, and if you hit, I'll spend a fate point to invoke it's a really long shot. Because you're shooting across a zone.
Well, that's shoot can go into the next zone. Or how many?
One zone away.
Oh, how many zones away
I
is
believe
it?
it's one zone away.
He is. This is one. The
What are
bridge.
the zones here?
The platform that you're on is zone 1. Then the platform that you're on to the middle of the bridge is one zone. Then actually he's at the middle of the second zone that I said. So you can make this shot with shoot.
Is this number 3 or number 2 we're shooting?
This is number 3 you're shooting at. Oh, I guess number 3 is the one that called for help.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that they were shooting at. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And you said that he had a +2, so that's technically a 4. So he did beat it.
Well, no, it's a.
No, he said. He
Well, it's if you wanted to invoke that, he still has to roll
Oh.
his fight ability to try and dodge it.
Oh, okay.
He might just shit the bed by himself, like that.
Yep. He shit himself.
Great. He's been shot, but he is actually still alive. So he's gonna try and return some fire.
Question: did he drop his communication device?
Ooh, no, that wasn't a thing you were trying for, so he didn't do
Okay.
that. Kanor, just do me a favor. Try and roll like an opposition to a getting shot. You're gonna do it, but let's just see if you shit the bed.
All right. Opposition roll?
Yeah, it's fighter athletics, pretty much.
Fight. We'll do fight.
Hornet, there's something seriously wrong with you, man. There's something wrong with you.
You dodge out of the way of the blaster bolt.
Oh, good.
What would you guys like to do? Kanor, whose turn is it now?
Let's see. Who hasn't gone yet?
Me, I think.
Pitter. Then it's Pitter's turn.
Okay.
Wait, was that Ryan just saying they hadn't gone?
That
Yeah,
too.
both Ryan and Peter said
Oh.
they hadn't gone yet.
Yeah, Mira has actually not gone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Pitter went in the beginning to go.
Hitter had gone, yes.
Oh,
Yep.
Pitter has gone. So,
Mm,
all
What
right.
did I
Let's.
do? I thought
I
I
don't
just
have an
reacted
arm
when
in
he
my
tried to
inventory
throw me
yet.
into the water. I tried to
Oh,
get out
that's
of
true.
it.
Yes,
He's gonna try to take my arm.
Oh,
Mira can go.
What's-
It's fine.
okay. Mira can go.
Okay, what do you want to do here?
Who do you guys think it would be best for me to shoot?
Probably the guy with the communication device, because he could still try to keep calling for more help.
Pressed in on the scroll wheel. This guy right
Okay,
there.
I want to shoot. I want to shoot him then.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Not great.
So
Hornet, I currently have both
actually-
my arms. I do not have any arms in my
So real
inventory.
quick, I am going to say something, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mira. So you're like further towards the back. You're aiming at this guy. You can't really get a clean shot on him, right?
Mm-hmm.
you see a little spark fire up in the air. It's like a little glimmer. It looks like a piece of something reflective that's glinting light at you, but just in midair. Like it's not centered on anything, right?
Hmm?
Like picture an invisible hand holding a mirror, angling it to reflect light at you. Okay.
Okay.
As that little glint of light that's floating in the air, uh, kind of moves and centers itself at a spot on the floor. And I'm going to give you an option. If you just continue the shot at him, we'll use the shoot roll you just took, and you can like use fate points or do whatever mechanics you want to go with. Or do you want to try and shoot for this point on the floor that that is aiming at? And I will let you re-roll that with a
For the spot
basically
before.
cool. Make another shoot roll. This time, just beat a 1 because you're shooting at a static target.
2.
Great. It fires at it. It's a specific spot on the gangway. The metal shears apart in a shower of sparks. As it gives out from under him, Wilhelm scream, and the guy topples over. Thank you very much. His leg falls through the newly created hole. His head banks off the side of the rail, and he falls into the water, where he is presumably dead. As the little glimmer like flashes at you one more time and then vanishes. That's it.
Is there anything else I can move if I want to?
Hello?
You could leave your friends behind.
I can
Hello?
bring friends too. I can leave my friends behind.
Because if they don't dance, and I mean if they don't dance, well then they ain't no friends of mine.
Okay, I'm gonna move further up.
Okay. Now I will say, number 2, the guy at the very end of the room, he kind of is fumbling around looking for a blaster, but it's clear this guy's what do you call it? He's like a mechanic. He's not really like a fighter. He got fumbled around for a pistol. He's like, I'm warning you right now. There are reinforcements on the way, and you're all going to be in big trouble when they get here.
Okay. He's threatening that we're going to be in trouble. The stormtrooper at
The
the far end of the room.
number two, the mechanic trooper who's actually working on the power plant. He's like kind of fumbling around for a gun. He seems very afraid because like, oh my god, all the guys who like, what do you call it? Like all the guys who were supposed to be protecting me were swiftly dispatched, and he's just like, listen, I'm warning you. I'm gonna give you all one chance to get out of here now before the reinforcements get here, but then you're all gonna be in real trouble. You can all essentially move up unimpeded, by the way.
Cool.
All right.
Very good. Peter hops onto and off of that guy and just like full tilt scurrying.
I'm gonna approach him.
Great. He's like backed up as far against the control panel as he can get.
Okay. He still has his blaster on him, he said?
He's holding this gun like he was issued it, but never actually learned how to use it.
Can I use
Like
the force
someone
to
gave
get
it
out of his
like
hands?
someone gave it to him and he knows like what a gun is, but he in his wildest dreams, he never thought he would actually have to point it at someone.
I think
Can
you're talking about
I-
two different people.
What?
I said, I think you're talking about two different people because Cole has approached the guy on the ground, and Luke was talking about the guy up at the generator at the top.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The guy on the ground is just laying there pretending to be a corpse, so you don't kill him.
Oh, that's fine. Then I'll just leave him. Okay, so I would like to go up to the one that's like still wavering here.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to pull the gun out of his hand with the force?
I'll say it's not even and it's super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Cool.
Would you
You're
like
just
me to
gonna choose
roll,
one
or
of
do I
them.
just do it?
This guy's about to just drop this goddamn thing if you wait 3 more seconds.
Okay, so I pull the gun out of his hand.
He's shaking like a leaf in a hurricane, so it's the dramatic effect of boom, and it just flies across the room.
I very kindly say to
Real
him,
quick. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh. I very kindly and gently say to him, thank you for the warning. We have business here that needs to be attended to. But as you are no longer a combatant, you are free to leave here.
That's so much more intimidating than I'm going to kill you now.
No, I'm telling him he can go, and we're not gonna fuck with him.
Pitter Patter, did you want to do anything when you scurry up here, since it
Yeah.
was technically your turn?
I just kind of like shoot him, like I run full tilt, swerve a little bit on the middle platform before redirect myself. Just kind of shoo him out of the way once I get up to the very top, and start like trying to do that whole manual interface he was talking about earlier. Tell me your secrets.
What? No. Hey, back off. He's trying to like get in your way to like half-heartedly shove you away from this thing.
He has 6 hands. They have like 4 of them on the machine.
As he just says, this entire power plant has been commandeered as Imperial property.
And you're not very good at fixing it, so I'm gonna do it better. Move.
Get the win.
I'm sorry. That was kind of mean.
Get his
Well, I was in the middle of fixing it when you all busted in here and started murdering my men.
I didn't do any of that. I walked in, I had a conversation, and they threw me in the water, and then the rest of that happened. Also, I'm trying to say this nicely, but if you were doing a better job at fixing this, it would be fixed. So please stay out of my way, thank you.
Great. But yeah, he's looking at all of you, and he's just like, look, I'm not sure what you want here, but
To fix the machine.
what do you think we were here doing?
A bad job.
Great.
love
He looks
this.
and I'm gonna talk to the old guy now, because he's the only one here who's making any kind of sense.
Okay. Shoot.
Is that referring to me?
Yes.
Yes.
Because you canonically made your character like 63 years old.
Yeah, I'm an older dude, yeah.
So he's like, I'm gonna talk to that guy, because that guy's the only one who's making sense.
That is everything Pitter wants in the world right now, besides fixing the machine.
I feel like he just like shoos him off like an alcoholic dad trying to watch the game.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Everything Pitter wants in the world right now. Incredible.
Look. We're in the middle of fixing the machine. We're not even sure how you, or it's like how you backwater outer rim townies broke it in the first place.
I tell him at this point, not really any of your concern. You've already got reinforcements on the way that'll handle us. Don't you worry about it. Why don't you go on break?
Roll me provoke or diplomacy.
Or maybe, well,
if you want to just wave the hand of like, you could potentially do a Jedi mind trick to. I mean, you could do a lot of shit with a Jedi mind trick.
My force control is only at a 1, but my rapport is at a 2. So let's try that. That's not bad.
Oh no. Great. I'm gonna use the -1. That was for his will, by the way.
Okay.
He has
so
no will
I
to
succeeded
live.
with style, then.
What's up?
So I succeeded with style.
You did, yes. You could use that to potentially try and get him to call off the reinforcements and just be like, "Hey, we're gonna cut our losses. This isn't worth our time."
I'm gonna tell him that
You should tell him that we'd appreciate it if he fucking leave.
I mean, I already said that. I'm trying to think of what I would say to him to get him to call off the reinforcements because that would help. I would probably just say something to the effect of the like. If
I
you
will
wanted
also,
to
if you wanted to try and use like something like a Jedi mind trick on it, I will count this as like he's now more amiable towards anything you have to say.
Oh, okay, all right, sure.
Yeah,
so
slap-
Like
I can,
his
I can-
defenses are generally just kind of lowered towards you.
Yeah, I can like slight mind trick him a little bit in the fact that it's like just chalk this up to unexpected emergency repairs on the generator that the troopers here reacted to badly and made the wrong call. Let your superiors know, and if they want to handle this any other kind of way, if they don't see the repairs as necessary, run that up the chain of command. Don't worry about it yourself. You're not in charge.
So I'm going to ask you to phrase that as a simple command. Like just in the sense of like one action, what do you want him to do?
Let them know
like-
everything's fine here. How are you?
I mean, you could say like I fixed the generator, but the guys like some guys got in, killed my men as I fixed the generator, but we fought them off and they got away.
That sounds more complex again.
Yeah, that seems more complex. I don't know.
No, I'm saying so.
Go
What is like?
away.
I'm just giving you a suggestion of like what. So you want to just call like everything's fine?
Yeah, like there's no need for reinforcements. The generator is being worked on. We got it taken
Great.
care of.
Roll me a Jedi mind
Situation
trick
under
and add.
control.
Roll me your Jedi mind trick and add your +2.
Just be like, false alarm, guys. It was a giant tardigrade. We handled it.
There you go.
Great. As you do that, oh yeah, fucking. No, I'm not even gonna roll the opposition to that. You see his entire body kind of go limp for a sec, and yeah, and he picks up the scanner and just you hear this hello, answer me right away, trooper. What is going on down there? And just everything's fine. False alarm. No need for reinforcements. He's like, why is TK87941 not responding? Just everything's fine down here. No need for reinforcements. I think I'm gonna go take a break. The repairs are satisfactory. Or the repairs are underway. I'm gonna go take a break. As he clicks it off and like looks at you and he kind of walks off looking a bit like on autopilot, like he's just kind of like, oh yeah, look at that, and kind of wanders off.
Okay.
Like that was the command you gave him essentially is like, this is no longer my this is no longer my problem. The generator has unexpectedly been repaired. I'm gonna go take break.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you are up close and personal with this bad boy.
All right.
Do you
And
think
that's
Peter?
where Pitter Patter comes in, yeah.
Roll me whatever what do you call it? Whatever checks you want to make to get all up in the guts of this thing. Patter Pit?
Sorry. I had to deal with the thing really quick.
Oh,
What
it's
did you
okay. I said you are now alone next to this machine, or you're unopposed. Make whatever rolls you would like to make to get up into the guts of this generator.
Okay. So you said I would need to interface with it directly in order to get like a more
If you
information.
wanna find like specifics about the mechanical state of affairs of the power plant, then you will need to like actually open the panel and like get into the machine.
I'm fine with that. I do that.
All right, roll me investigate.
Cool.
And get a 2. That's what I was gonna say. So, first things first. You learned earlier, massive surge of power came through. It did not come through here in the power plant. It came through somewhere else. Like it went through a device that was hooked up to the power plant.
Oh. So that power that they're stealing from the plant for whatever reason, or if they've connected to it, is what caused this.
So let me be clear. It's not they plugged something into it and that's what I mean what you're looking at right now is the part that draws electricity in from the geothermal generator, right? From elsewhere, a massive surge of power came back to the generator from where it's supposed to be going out. So it's like if I stuck a taser in a light socket and it blew your breaker out. Like a massive surge of energy came back when it wasn't supposed to, and it just fried the circuits. But you're looking at it, it was a massive power surge to do this. And I will say, you do also remember from when you were investigating in town, at the site of the sheriff, you did see, if I'm remembering correctly, that essentially like a light or like a transformer or something to that effect was basically just blown to shit. On the topic of where the power was going, it looks like they were attempting in this to re-rig up the power plant to divert most of its power somewhere else. Instead of like how now it's programmed to evenly distribute power to each of the buildings in town, this was planning on sending it to other places.
Peter
Let me
Squint,
tell you
that is not fixing. That does not count as fixing.
Well, they also were going to get it operational because right now it's not doing anything.
Hitter, can you see if you could figure out where the generator was going to be sending power to?
Yeah.
I'll just tell you because it's on like the programming they were doing on this guy's tools. It was going to be diverting 90% of the power to 3 places. It was going to be the jail, the Imperial Barracks, and the governor's house.
Okay,
I
I
guess-
figured the other two, but the jail's a weird one.
Don't they have there's a guy in there that they might really want to keep in there? Or maybe somebody else that they want to put in there?
Also just be jailed for all of us guys.
Yeah, the Empire loves their jails.
Like, it doesn't
Yeah,
have to
it's
be-
the governor's mansion, the jail, and the Imperial base. And then the rest of the town was going to be left with just like scraps.
Let's
Right.
change that.
Yep. Peter's
I think we should have a conversation with the Imperial Governor at some point.
trying to decide between putting it back to rights and having it go evenly everywhere, or diverting the extra power from those 3 locations, like diverting the normal amount of power away from those 3 locations.
The issue with
What?
that is that they would know and they would come back sooner and fuck with it.
I mean, wouldn't they know either way because the power would be restored to everywhere else normally?
It's a good question.
It's okay. Pitter will put it back to normal.
3070.
Pitter doesn't want the machine to be more confused than it already is. We'll just put it back to normal.
The machine is confused.
So bear in mind, when you do this, there is still the matter of like when you set the parameters for it, you're still going to need to do some repairs to get it operational. Because
Mhm.
at the moment, all of the circuits inside are completely not the circuits, like the fuses and the breakers are fried. Whatever power came back into the machine was way more power than this power plant was designed to handle at once.
Okay.
Did we ever find out what caused the
Nope.
power surge?
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like
That's
shit just stopped working in town?
It at the same time that the sheriff was shot, the power surge happened. These two events happened simultaneously.
He was shot with the big boom weapon you saw, and it caused a power surge.
Was he shot with that big ass weapon? I thought somebody
I don't
was
know.
sniping.
No, different thing. You don't know what he got shot by.
Yeah, it was a weird kind of wound that looked like it could have been different stuff.
You
Okay.
didn't really get the chance to examine the corpse directly, so you don't know what's really going on with that.
Pitter starts.
Sure.
Oh, right. We were just examining the ground and trying to track where it got shot from. I remember that.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
Pitter starts fixing the broken things, replacing the burnt out
Yeah,
wires and all that
the
stuff.
deputy in this case is a
Okay,
bumbling
I'm gonna need
mess.
some good ass craft checks from you.
Mhm.
To try and repair this, I'm going to need a 6.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
5.
they point that shit.
Yes, I do.
Hell yes.
I want to fade point it so I can add a +2. Hmm. I'm not sure
Yeah,
which
you just-
aspect to apply to that.
You're a skilled engineer.
You're a mechanic.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I should use that one again so soon after I recently used it. But if there's no limit on
No,
that,
it's your high concept.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
should
That
use
is
that
the-
one all the time.
Your high concept is the core of your being. It should be the one you're getting the most legs out of.
Okay, I do that.
Cool. Yeah, you basically do the most like hack job, duct tape and zip ties repair. Like it shouldn't work because you're using parts that are broken.
Mhm.
You render the machine fully operational. Like where like it shouldn't logically work, but you are just that damn good. There is a reason why the one stormtrooper, when he heard what you were, backed up from you immediately.
Yes.
Because he had friends that were in Operation Nightfall.
Mhm.
Wait,
So
what?
Yeah, Pitter divulged what their race was, and the one stormtrooper was like, "Yo, I'm not fucking with this thing. I had buddies in Operation Nightfall. I'm not getting anywhere near her."
What? That doesn't make any sense.
I have no idea what you said.
that's okay. You can probably ask Peter about it later. Anyway, so
It's a different Operation Nightfall.
Is Operation Nightfall a thing in Star Wars?
Yes. It was the 501st's attack on the Jedi Temple.
and I
Interesting.
guess a lot of things coincided with that.
Fair enough. Maybe this was part of it.
Operation Nightfall.
Wait,
Different operation. I said it's a different operation. It's spelled Operation Nightfall, not Operation Knightfall.
I see. So this is just the regular, like, darkness night.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello. You're breaking up.
Like
pretty
as
bad.
in the darkness, yes.
Yes.
Right.
Cool. So, you guys
Yeah.
remember Rugrats?
We remember
Yes.
Rugrats?
Yes. Yes.
So,
Yeah.
I do.
you know
yeah.
how
The
Tommy's
Rugrats.
dad had a whole thing about fixing things with rubber bands and paper clips? Right
Yes.
there. That. Peter has
That's
mastered.
nice.
Got you. So the generator's back on.
Yeah.
Good
Peter,
job,
can you
Peter.
The generator is back on. The generator is back on. It's up to you. Do you want to fuck with it while you're still here? Like, is there anything else you want to do?
I want to make sure that it's set to redistribute the outgoing energy how it's supposed to, standardly.
And lock them out of the system.
I was considering that.
That would require another craft check because you're trying to essentially rig it up to. You're trying to put an administrator access that is not there.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, I want the people who work here to be able to do it, so I'll have to give them the code. But then I'm afraid the stormtroopers would take it from them.
They will.
Oh,
You should keep control of it.
I should what?
You should just keep control of it.
Good night. Good night.
You now work at the power plant.
As of today.
That's okay.
I mean, I did say that each of you can have a lair in town.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Peter would be so happy in this lair.
It is full of great machines. You know what? I could keep control of it, and then if I have to / when I would need to leave the planet, I can give it back to the people who work here the rest of the time.
Can you rig up a remote control for the power plant so you can control it from anywhere?
Probably, and then I can put it in my robot.
You can put it in your robot.
I love this.
Cool. So let's start by creating a new admin password or lockout or whatever.
What? Cool. I'm gonna ask for a craft check.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask for another 6 because you're trying to reprogram a system that you are not a part of.
Another
What are
fake.
y'all whispering about?
I sat down in the
What?
chair, and then Ben thought I farted because of the way that the chair is, and he's giving me this look like I wouldn't tell him if I farted.
And then he kept trying to make the chair do the noise
Nice.
again to prove
he
that he
can't.
didn't fart, and it wouldn't do it.
Yes.
Classic.
Busted.
I would like
The
8 points again.
What's the Javert?
Do you have another fate point? Is the question.
Say point again. Okay.
It's so fun.
Do you want to add a +2, which would make it, or do you want to just re-roll?
1 second. I'm just making sure I did this right. Because I've used fate points twice already, right? So that means I have 1 left.
Oh no.
So yeah, so I'll use the last one for this. I'll just do the +2 because you said I needed a 6.
Wow, Hornet. You should have that checked out.
Hello.
I would give you a 6, so you would succeed at a minor cost.
Okay.
I think the hamsters that run Luke's internet are getting tired.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay. What's my minor cost?
Can't wait.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Well,
This is your bell. They got him.
The hamsters unionized made him.
they got him.
Hello?
And then they ate them.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, good.
So as
Kanon's
I'm gonna
just-
say,
they think the hamsters that run your internet are getting tired.
I heard yes. So we're gonna wind up wrapping up pretty soon.
Yeah. I guess let her make the password and then we'll start
Mhm.
over at the next session.
Pretty much. I'm gonna say if you do that, the minor cost, if you choose to go down this route, will be basically anyone who looks at this machine is gonna know, oh, someone fucked with this. Like it's not gonna be a thing that just kind of goes under the radar. It's gonna be very apparent. Like, oh, this is deliberately happening.
Yes. Well, yeah, okay. Because from Peter's point of view, it seemed pretty deliberate what they were doing before, so yeah, that's okay.
Failing.
That's the password. Oh, I wrote it wrong. That $sign is supposed to replace the S.
Oh boy.
Luke, are you there?
Okay, so you're okay with that? And yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
What's the password? Imps suck for 2069. No. Oh.
It's a new password.
Oh boy.
They'll never figure that out.
No!
We'll never get it.
We don't do
All right.
that.
And
Yeah, as if he was the Imperials.
so
Now what?
with that being said,
Did we do it successfully? Is
Yeah.
everything taken care of here, Twitter?
Yeah, I fixed it. I did that one guy walk out of the room completely, or he just like sitting on the side? Because I want to look like directly at him, even if he's like still like zonked out, and just like
No, we went on break.
okay. I
I
wasn't
mean,
sure.
there is a guy in the room pretending to be dead.
Yeah,
yeah, but he wasn't
That's
working on the
okay.
machine.
yeah. I wanted specifically to say to the guy working on the machine, "That's like that's how you do it," but he's not here for that, so it's fine.
That's fine. He doesn't care.
What's up?
If I see him later, I'll tell him.
He doesn't get paid enough to actually know how to engineer properly. He gets paid enough to bonk things with wrenches until it starts working again.
Or shoot
Peter wasn't paid to do
panels.
this.
What?
Peter wasn't paid to do this at all.
That's fair.
And Peter fixed it.
The
Yeah,
thrill
Peter
of the
does it
hunt.
for the love of the game.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, I think Luke's internet is saying enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and end stream, and at our next session, we'll find out exactly what the Jedi is gonna deal with the Sith about, and
Yeah.
figure that out.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna have a
Powwow.
conversation.
Have a little heart to heart, and then also hopefully get back onto the main plot.
Roger, Dodger.